Hello, Aries, and welcome back to your extended reading. So, there's a message that's coming through from whatever is beyond in this space. It's presenting itself as the being in this star card, as well as this one here that's in the world card. And of course, in that previous reading, in the first half of the reading, the star card was more talking about a space that you can go into and be able to interact with kind of like all points in your timeline. And was characterized as the Oracle. The Oracle. It's like I'm thinking of all of these different movies and such, like The Matrix, and when Neo goes and visits the Oracle. There's something in that scene. What does she tell him? I can't remember what she tells him, but look up that scene. Well, there's a message that's coming through from this Oracle. And I can't, that's very interesting. I can't pick up what it is. It's like it exists in a space that I feel as though I can't touch it. It's like I can't grasp what this message is just yet. So maybe, perhaps you, Aries, whenever you go search that scene. There's a scene where Neo meets the Oracle and she says something to him. I can't quite grasp what that is. So that message is wanting to come through. And this character here, I'm trying to determine if they're just, if they are you, or like, is it an aspect of you, or is this, feels like this is something else. This is something else. This might be the creator of that space. The creator of that space. The creator of the space where the Oracle resides. Okay. I'm going to let that go for now and just leave it off to the side and see if it has anything else to say later on. So, I'm very fixated on that. Even in Interstellar, like once he had finished his task of being able to lead that storyline, it's like they were talking about the one who had created the entire Tesseract. But there was actually no revealing of who that was in that movie. Okay. So this is coming through as like incredibly mysterious. But what's fascinating is that it's kind of like it's all on the surface. Like you might even be able to see what this is, but maybe perhaps you're not recognizing it because she's naked in both of these cards. So there's nothing, it's coming through as being mysterious, but there's actually nothing being hidden. And so maybe perhaps that's why you need to have this skill this ability for discernment to even be able to pick up what this is. And it's like, even now, in my own personal skill, I'm having difficulty picking up what this is. So, interesting. All right, so we're starting off the second row of your reading with the Eight of Cups. And this is, of course, you here staring up at the moon. Very fascinating because the full moon in Aries is actually tonight. And, you know, even with you presenting as the Six of Swords and now as the Eight of Cups, there's a sense that you are moving in a new direction. You're moving in a new direction. And it's like you're taking a pause just to really soak up the experience. To really soak up the experience of what you are witnessing within yourself, without actually knowing exactly how your effect is going to ripple out through your environment, through your story. There's a lot of not knowing in this card, like not knowing exactly where this is going to take you, what it's going to entail, how you're going to be shaped by it. There's an incredibly mysterious, right? There's an incredibly mysterious element to all of this. Something that is not being seen by you. I'm just realizing that this actually says World Star. Or, you know, even if you look at it backwards, Star World. I was just thinking about how, because it's like how I was moving through the zodiac signs backwards and then now forwards. It's like there's something in that where you're going to be able to see. There's like a sequence. It's coming through as something that's like what do they call that? Like a palindrome. A palindrome, something that can be read forwards and backwards. And actually, if you read it forwards or backwards, it actually says the same thing. It actually says the same thing. So there's a message here of whatever direction you go in, it's actually going to put you in the same position or having the same result. Now, of course, you know, the steps might be a little different as if you go forwards or backwards or however that may entail for you. But it feels like it's like a palindrome. It can be read forwards or it can be read backwards. And both, you know? So this, as you're looking up at the moon, there's something that you are recognizing within yourself, your own strength. You're recognizing your own strength. I'm actually seeing you here, Aries, as this lion. You're this lion here, and this oracle, or the creator of the space for the oracle, it's a mouthful, is they're with you. There's something about that they are actually with you, and maybe you don't even know it. You don't even know it yet. You don't know it because you haven't recognized. Your sight hasn't laid eyes on it just yet. There's something in this moon that is going to strengthen your ability to recognize this as well. It's like you're gonna, oh my God, look at those three. These three. This is definitely giving me like a triple moon goddess, triple moon goddess energy. So, Aries, there's something that this moon is going to be bringing you that's going to illuminate you to the these aspects, these three. There's three of them. Just like how you are presenting as these three different aspects. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. And these three as well. It's like you are showing up in three different aspects, and there seems to be like another character that you haven't recognized yet that is also showing up as three aspects. But there's the interesting part here is that it is of course mysterious, you know, whoever or whatever the identity of this other that is presenting as these three aspects. However, it's like I can see that they're like a reflection of you. They're a reflection of you, almost in a way that whenever they reflect back at you, you're able to see, okay, so with the strength and what's following afterwards, the magician, you're going to be able to see the strength of your own magic. The strength of your own magic and your ability to create. This could, I don't even know. I don't know yet. It's like, this could be maybe like your higher self, or, you know, a more expanded version of you that's like visiting, because the white owl sometimes comes with a message of like a visitation. And then of course with this star in the world, like another world around a different star, something like that. Like it's you, but in another place, in another dimension, another time, not no, another dimension, another space. And so when they reflect back onto you, just like how the moon would be reflecting the light of the sun, it's like you're going to realize the strength of your magic and the creational abilities that you hold, because they're showing up as this, or they're highlighting for you this infinity sign. That's the, when you find yourself at the end, you're actually at the beginning again. It's that like palindrome, something that can be read forwards and backwards. So even if you go backwards, like it could still be read in the exact same way. And you know, and then you're here presenting with the same aspect. It's like they're blowing up a particular aspect of you that has, well, maybe you've actually shunned it away, you know, because you were kind of showing up as, you know, wanting to move away from this past. And so when this reflection comes to you, it's illuminating it. It's like expanding it and making it as big as possible so that you can witness it. It's like you're not going to miss this. It's coming through as an incredibly huge sign that is going to show you all of the aspects of yourself. All aspects of yourself. And when you see it, this Nine of Wands seems to be your reaction to it. Because this would be like the billboard or the movie or the book or whatever you are exposing yourself to that is presenting like a lot of things about you. It's very bewildering. It's as if this story is your life. And when you witness it, when you witness all of these 8 wands, when you witness the message that's coming through it, there is like you're wanting to block you're wanting to block the visibility. There's something about that, wanting to block the visibility. But the interesting thing though is that like it's already touched you. It's once you laid your eyes on it, it's already touched you. So when that happens, you are immediately transformed. Like your color, even in your own this clothing here, right? He's wearing a purple tunic, so it's like this here. So what I'm seeing is that, you know, you're being presented here, right, in all of this red. It's like the first thing you see is this blue. The first thing you see is this blue line, blue storyline or something. It's like there are at this time, it seems as though there are multiple storylines that are converging into one. And right now, Aries, the guidance that you're being given is to take all of those storylines and like put them all together, like merge all of them together. And so the first thing that you're seeing is the blue, right? And immediately when you touch this aspect of you, this bluer part, and you're presenting here as the red, of course, it changes something within you that immediately starts to take effect. Like even though you might think that you're stopping the process, that you're not. It's already taking hold within you, and that is evident because you're presenting now in this purple, like the red and the blue mixing, right? And the same thing is happening on the other side. So you're, you know, even in when you view this moon and you see this more like yellow, like this yellow lion, I'm just noticing like this is blue, right? And this is yellow here. And you're witnessing this, your own strength. It's like immediately there is a creation of this orange, not orange, well, I guess it would be of like green, right? Right? Blue and what do you call that? Blue and I don't know why the colors are so very significant today. This blue and yellow would make green, right? And you can even see that like being presented in this space around here, this green here. There's actually a lot of green around the edges. And even still in this Magician card, you know, there's this orange flower here. So it's like everything is converging into one possible timeline in a sense. It's like one possible, like maybe perhaps even like the best possible timeline that you could ever be on. It's like all of these, this full moon, I think for you, Aries, is like this convergence of all of these timelines. And in their merger, it's like the best possible timeline is is coming into existence. And that timeline, if you will, because it contains all of the primary colors, all of the other colors can be made as well. So it's referring to that this would be the timeline that, or you know, what you're moving into is going to be the timeline that essentially is going to saturate your life experience in a multitude and variety of experience and color. It's almost like the color is going, like you might even actually notice that the colors around you in your environment become like sharper or more like luminous. It's like you're suddenly going to be able to see the magic. Oh my gosh, with the Magician, you're suddenly going to be able to see all of the magic, and also how you have facilitated this for yourself. Because the curious part is that at the end of this reading, oops, you're presenting as this hermit. And I often also see the one in this Eight of Cups as the hermit as well. So you can see it's like it's like a communication between you and yourself. It's like you and you are communicating through multi-dimensional means, through the means of a space where, I guess in a sense, time, not that it doesn't exist, it's like a space in which time can be manipulated. And so because time can be manipulated in that space, like you on in that space can influence what is happening in your story currently. I hope that that makes sense. Like I'm definitely seeing a lot of the imagery of Interstellar, like when he's in that tesseract and he finally realizes that he's actually the one, because he's in that space, he finally realizes that he's actually the one that is facilitating the entire story. It's like you're going to be reading a story and then simultaneously also discovering that you are the one who facilitated the creation of this story as well. It's like you're guiding yourself. And then whatever this part is, I, I don't know what this is. It's like that, those three are you. I don't quite know what this is yet. Maybe that will also be revealed as well. Because, you know, these things are showing up as masculine, more like masculine energies. And this is incredibly feminine. So maybe this is like the aspect of that like triple moon goddess energy. It's very intriguing. I think that you yourself are going to bring that message. Whatever this is, you're going to bring that message to yourself, because you remember we were talking about how you are this lion here. Like, this is like the yellow aspect of you, this lion. And then it's like this lion is going to usher in these three as well. This is a very far out and kind of bizarre reading. So I hope that you received a little bit of clarity from it. And Aries, I do appreciate you allowing me to read your energies and allowing me to assist in this type of way. I will see you next time. Enjoy the full moon.